I guess we're back up. Guess it was an OBS issue. Okay. That's gonna be annoying for my uploads, but whatever.
How unfortunate.
Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. Alrighty. Well, let's talk to everyone first off. Let's see. This guy. Let's go talk to a man whose name I never remember.
Huh?
Hero! Yeah, Hero! Oh, hey Makoto, what's up? Haha, I haven't been up to anything myself, that's for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox. What the fuck do you mean look inside the mailbox? What the fuck are you doing, Hero? Interesting. I'm watching you, Hero. That's a suspicious thing to have just spontaneously volunteered. Yeah, I wasn't looking in a mailbox. Fuck off with that. Hero, you just shot up to suspect number 1. You suspicious ass. Alright. Yotaka, Mondo, Byakuya, Junko. Door won't budge, must be locked. Fair enough. Alright. Let's try talking to Toko. This is Toko's room. We should probably just leave her alone for now. Nope, never mind. What else we got? Oh, let's check out Chihiro's room. This is Chihiro's room. Now Chihiro's gone. Why? What? Are you fucking serious? Oh, Naegi, you are a dumb piece of shit. Let's see if anyone failed at a baseball throw. It looks like no. Bring Hina some donuts. I don't own donuts. I own croissant, but she doesn't like croissant. Hey, wait, what's going on with you, girl? Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out, but she just keeps mumbling something about Dennis-eyed Jack. So I just left her in there. You left her? My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created, outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe she was just one big regret. Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her. No, I'm doing her voice. It's just really hard to either make a distinction between her and Celeste. Like, it's hard to... A lot of times I'll try and do her voice, and I'll end up doing Celeste's voice on accident, and even so, both voices sound incredibly similar. But that is her voice. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well,
Yeah, she was a bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls that much. It was like she was trying to keep a distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's true. And it wasn't just us, either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but be totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh, wait, maybe. Maybe she was just used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? Maybe Chihiro was a huge slut. You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Always a camp. Oh, I thought Celeste was in this room. I guess she wasn't. Goodbye, broom. What the fuck room is Celeste in? Oh, the warehouse! I didn't check under the... Why would I have checked under the piles of food? I mean, I'll do it, but I'm confident you're fucking with me here. There's a bunch of vegetables all piled up. Nothing to really worry about there. It's a deli-style display case. There's all kinds of food stuff piled up, but it's not connected to the case, I don't think. There we go, we checked. Have I even been to the warehouse? Oh, I haven't. This place is hype. Holy shit. Now we gotta look at everything. Is this the fridge Sayaka mentioned? I don't see anything noteworthy here. I said Sayaka, it probably said Sakura, because Sayaka was dead before we got this room. There's all kinds of stuff piled up everywhere. Towels, jackets, looks like they put together a good collection of school equipment. There's all different kinds of food stacked up. I don't see anything noteworthy. There's all kinds of stuff piled up. I don't see anything noteworthy, though. There's all kinds of stuff piled up. I don't know, towels, jackets, looks like they put together stuff. Okay, I think we can just talk to Celeste now. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case? I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then, did you find something? Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What, really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed that jacket in her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes,
I
indeed.
assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would have ever happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean the killer would have had to have gotten rid of it somehow. Celeste's account had been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, so that was super worth it that we did that. Okay, what the fuck oh, is this to, like, the third floor? Huh, alright. So we talked to all these people. Second floor. Nobody to talk to in the second floor? Or the gym entryway? Oh, here we go. Pool. Looks like everybody's at the pool now. Okay, cool. Oh, whoops. Alright, onward to the investigation. We're gonna investigate super hard right now. Right now, we know nothing. Which is, mostly Byakuya's fault, if we're being 100% honest. I passed the exercise area. Okay, here we go. You know what, I will say, unlike the Sayaka case, there wasn't just an orgy of evidence everywhere. Which makes this killer better than Leon. Ding ding ding! Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I see.
Another stat increase for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet, but I guarantee you that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Bunch of different poll-related items. Don't seem to any clues here. Real gun, something like that in here. Something. Doors unlocked, it's kind of pointless. Can I interact with this? Okay. Now we gotta finally check out the fucking body. Hey, body people! What's going on? Yo, dog. Dude had a real oh, we've already heard your account. Okay. Alright, let's look at this dumbbell. Bloodstain on the dumbbell. Monokuma said it was fatal injury caused the blow to the floor. Probably the murder weapon. We got some blood on the ground. Bloodstain on the carpet. Could only have been caused by Chihiro's murder. Bloodstained poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. Girls' locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. That's for damn sure. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood, just like in all those other Genocide Jack cases. At every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood.
Damn.
Chihiro's presence here was especially weak, her body and her soul. To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this. Let's look at the actual body. Could feel the life draining on my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body. All we gotta say about that. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress in your investigation? Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about, just concentrate on the murder. But
so then.
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
If that's it, I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko returned and left the girls' locker room. Guess we'll take another look at the body then. Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth knowing about. Kyoko said I should gamble the body one more time. I know thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Hands are bound with what looks like a kind of rope. The rope is used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug? So wait, this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, that's the issue of being suspended and fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Status of dead bodies been added to the handbook. Well, the most likely thing to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at Genocide Jack's case file one more time. Agreed. Alrighty. You got anything to say, Meryl? I'm leaving? No? Alright. You're all repeating your shit. Okay. That door leads to the pool. I wanted to go to the pool. Fine. Leave the girls' locker room. Can I go to the pool if I go through the boys' locker room? That poster's changed. What? This poster, it's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't seem quite right to fit in the boys' locker room. Wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model? Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, what reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Well, that was just hanging there on the wall. Oh, there's actually some. Okay. There's a strange stain on the carpet? What is it? Boys' locker room carpet stain. Alright. Let me out to the pool now. Okay, so I did have to leave through the boys' locker room to get to the pool. I don't see anyone in the pool area, but let's check that locker over there just in case. Maybe there's some kind of clue in the lockers. Nope. Worth a shot. Alright, so let's talk to Oi and Sakura about the locker rooms then. They're the biggest workout buffs. Spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura? I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use together. Okay then, let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However...
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but it doesn't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
Exactly, I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean, as if there was never a stain to begin with? Hello! Hello, that was interesting. Oh. Okay, so, I want to talk to Oi about this also. But at this point, we can basically confirm that the girls' and boys' locker rooms have been switched. Which means that since the blood stain is on the other carpet, and the protein stain is on the boys' carpet, and they switched both of them, and the blood splatter got on the poster, this means that Chihiro was killed inside of the boys' locker room. But by who? I should have tried to spend more time. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did spend time? Oh no, you. Okay, so you have literally nothing to say about this protein drink. Okay, whatever. Alright. So, our next clue, and really... Oh yeah, her... Okay, so we know Chihiro's... E-handbook is missing. We know Hiro was acting weird about handbooks. Let's try talking to him about it and be like, where is it? Where's the handbook? I'll stab you. And then Monokuma will be like, well, I didn't see this coming.
Huh? Oh,
Hey, Makoto, what's up? I haven't been up to anything, that's for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox. Okay, well, that's fucking... Mailbox, inside, Junko, Leon, Sayaka's. Looks like the handbooks of the dead students brought here somehow. Rule saying you can't lend out your shit. Alright, so that didn't do anything. Okay. Well, I don't know where this fucking handbook is. But I do know that they probably... Would anyone miss Hiro? Let's be honest. But I do know that that cord is most likely the extension cord from the library. Oh, I guess I'm wrong. Oh, actually, maybe I'm not wrong. Because, yeah, this is not plugged into the wall. There's a thick layer of dust on the top of the desk. Maybe it's some kind of clue. Guess not. No, what? No. I didn't want you to... You fucking idiot. Why would I want you to investigate the desk? The lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on. It was definitely right here. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Library desk lamp added to the truth bullet section. Wait. But we haven't been... Oh, dear God. We have to do the class trial this stream, don't we? Okay, so we have a problem.
I'm getting tired
We
of waiting.
don't
Shall we just
know
plunge
who the
right in?
killer is.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial. You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Ooh, shit. Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin. Okay, so not only do we have to do the class trial this stream because the investigation didn't take as long as I thought, but furthermore, we don't know who killed Chihiro. The only thing we know is that Chihiro was killed in the boys' locker room. And we know that the extension cord from the library was used to tie her up. So that means that the killer is most likely male. No, that doesn't mean that at all. Because a girl can... No! The killer is male. And here's why. Because Leon's doesn't work. Unless they figured out how to break Leon's afterward. Which is possible. So actually, we don't know who killed her. Well, fuck. Well, fuck. Alright, we'll wing it. We'll just have to wing it. Real quick, I will be right back. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong stuff. Alright, I'm back. Going into this, the most likely suspect is Byakuya. Actually, if you really want to know, Gamer Fan, I was taking a piss. But, yeah, the most likely suspect is Byakuya. So, we get a chance to review our truth bullets anyway, right? So there's no point in doing it now. Ahem, so is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember? Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this
What are
time.
you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Who's my Danganronpa waifu? That's such a hard question. That is such a hard question. I would say Junko, but, you know. So, I don't know. They all have their flaws, is for sure. Because I would also say Toko, but, well, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure I have a Danganronpa waifu, is my answer. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you to drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. Woo. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made, well, except for Hina. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Let's see. Who did it? I want the opportunity to talk to everyone, but I think I need to actually select the door to leave. So I guess, I mean, we still have too much stream time, so I guess we're doing it. I guess we're doing the class trial this time. Fuck it. I gave you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you. Oh boy, Byakuya. I mean, you're my #1 suspect right now, so... I guess I wasn't much help at all on this one, haha. You weren't. No, you weren't. You were useless, actually. There's something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think mere shock is enough to explain it. What? I cannot make that sound. Miss Fujisaki, I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, she had the idea of 3D makes me cringe. I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails, right, bro? Hey, Kyoko, you're standing in the back like you don't want me to see you. Did you figure it out? Because I sure as fuck didn't. Shall we begin?
Well,
you know, Sakura has a good shot at being my Danganronpa waifu. I will uncover the villain who performed such heinous acts on a weaker individual. You ready? We doing this?
hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? We have no choice, right? We have to do this. Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator's shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my motions, couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally. Man, I can't wait till Danganronpa 3, where he comes out to be Makoto Naegi, the ultimate aspiring poet. She really hit the nail on the head with that one. It came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I read a record. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? I cannot tell the difference. Don't waste our time with these stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Earlier in the game, Kyoko calls out Naegi's way of speaking, and it's just like, and she tells him that he speaks like an aspiring poet. And after she said that, I can't help but notice the little flourishes and rhyme schemes he puts in his words sometimes, and I'm like, god damn, she is just completely right. Who talks and or speaks like this? Good God, you're ripped raring to go. Gotta say, don't hate it at all. Not at all. Okay then, let's get the show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. Deadly judgment, deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Let's just see who the fuck lied the worst. And that's who whoever's the worst at lying is the killer. That's what we're going with. Oh yeah, set skills. We all know I'm not going to use these, right? I don't even know what they do. Truth bullets. Monokuma file. We're going to review literally all of the evidence, by the way. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause... It's all we have. Like, we don't know who the killer is. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. Let's see. What was this? Sakura's account. Oh, we should definitely back out between these, just so I know what it's called. Although Chihiro wanted to get stronger, she declined several invitations from Sakura and Oi in Mayview's locker room late at night to avoid them. Despite this, Chihiro had stated that she desired help with her efforts. She may have been meeting someone in the locker room the night she was murdered. It's a bit conjectural, is the problem with that. The dumbbell found on the floor of the locker room had a significant amount of blood on it. Chihiro had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. Some assumed that due to her inferiority complex of being weak, she admired strength more than anything else. To unlock the room, you need to swipe your e-handbook over the card reader. You need a male student's handbook for the boys' locker room and a female student's for the girls. It's not possible for two people to enter at the same time. We wanted a Danganronpa that would punish players if they didn't explore everything by making the trial way harder. Yeah, that would actually be interesting. I said this probably like stream 1 or 2, where I think it would be interesting to play a Danganronpa game where instead of you're an investigator, you're actually trying to kill someone. You know, like playing the bad guy in a Danganronpa game, and then you try and get away from it. I think that'd be fun. See, not possible for two people to enter at the same time. Additionally, lending someone your handbook is a violation of the rules. However, we do know that a dead body does not count as... we know a dead body doesn't count as another person. So, if we are going with the assumption that Chihiro was killed inside of the boys' locker room, then that person likely was able to use either Sayaka or Junko's e-handbook to open the door to the girls' locker room and just drop the body in there, then tie them up with the extension cord and try and frame Genocide Jack. Now, it is worth noting, it could be Genocide Jack, but the MOs don't line up pretty well. Main Hall e-handbooks. Handbook of each student that died is placed in the mailbox in the main hall. One of the handbooks found in the main hall had been broken, which is apparently a rare occurrence. Junko and Sayaka's handbooks both seem to work, so it is assumed the broken one is Leon's. However, Monokuma claims it's very unlikely that Leon's handbook would have broken. Which is interesting, but not enough. Suspected Genocide Jack victims include a bunch of names I don't think matter among countless others. They were killed in the same way and mounted to a nearby wall where blood rusters found at each crime scene written in blood. Profiling indicates the killer is likely a student suffering from a split personality. I think at this point it's pretty clear that the most likely suspect for Genocide Jack is Toko, because we know that likely the killer has a split personality, and Toko has mentioned that she's trying to keep Genocide Jack from taking over, and she locked herself in a room. So I think Toko is the #1 suspect for Genocide Jack, but the fact that the MO doesn't match up, it makes it a little suspicious. Let's see. Chihiro seems to have consciously kept her distance from the other girls at the school, even from the beginning. Meanwhile, it has been noticed that she got along remarkably well with her male classmates. Let's see. The carpet stain in the boys' locker room was found with a blackish stain, likely the protein stain from the protein coffee drinking by Sakura. The blood was found on the poster in the girls' locker room. The poster featured a big-breasted supermodel popular among young boys. I actually looked at that poster when we first entered the room. Meanwhile, the poster in the boys' locker room was for a boy band popular with teenage girls, which wasn't in there before, and they got swapped. So that's part of the main room swap theory. Chihiro's handbook was not found on a corpse and is apparently gone missing. We don't know where the handbook is. Chihiro's body has been suspended with her hands been bound with some kind of rope. Her fatal injury was a blow to the head. Sakura mentioned that she was responsible for the coffee stain in the girls' locker room. However, the stain had been explicitly scrubbed away. Byakuya is known to use the lamp often. However, the extension cord had gone missing at some point. The lamp's cord couldn't quite reach the outlet. On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seems she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Presumably, she was on her way to exercise, but the clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter. We have also not found this duffel bag. So that's our evidence. We have nothing. I think we have to acknowledge we have literally nothing. We cannot figure out who the criminal is based on the evidence we have. The number one suspect would clearly be Byakuya, though. Now we're just waiting to read the text at the bottom of the screen. The bizarre class trial begins again. Why was Chihiro murdered? Is the killer hiding within the group? Is there any help to be found in this series of murders? Alright, here we go. Class trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Alright, class trial, here we go. Make your arguments. Locker room dumbbell.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used the blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
That's probably what we're supposed to shoot. Or that.
Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
The weapon had been found at the crime scene. There was something with bloodstain on it.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was...
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, so it doesn't function as a reply. It has to be an actual lie we have to... We have to refute. Okay, I got it.
Chihiro's. It appears it was...
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt? I bet it was an iron interesting.
Shit on my dick, I missed again.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
I bet you're an idiot.
No, that's wrong.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yes! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
I think it's a lot less clear.
For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to the non-stop debate. Would you like to hear? Fuck me. Yeah, okay, go for it. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles or... Fucking of course. Yep, gotcha. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which you can shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so be careful to aim when you have your silencer at. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget all the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well, good hell. Well, luckily, it is set to kind. So, Genocide Jack case file. Okay, this is going to be used to...
It is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean...
The method.
Mostly. There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
The thing Byaku showed me in the archive, one look at it and it would be convinced. It shows that this is the work of Genocide Jack.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed.
I missed.
As far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why?
Does it want me to dispute Hina?
I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
I guess it wants me to dispute Hina. I wouldn't have disputed Hina. I agree there's no proof for it.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Yes, boob lust, correct.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important
I like his better.
is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristics of every Genocide Jack case, which the world doesn't know, if not mistaken, has to do with the positioning of the body. How the victim was positioned.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
No.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What does it mean for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but not be Toko? The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? I hope it doesn't want me to spell dissociative identity disorder. What? Hi! Shit. 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 Sit. Shit. Shildle. Nope. Shaddle. Shit. Shillazals. Shadister. Shurzdiz. Shihizizoraz. Ship. No. See? The fuck? I don't know! S-C-H-I. Shit. What the fuck does it... No. Hold on. You're not trying to spell the whole royal?
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Put that in there and say that schizophrenia is not the same thing as dissociative identity disorder. No, you didn't hear typing. I don't think I typed anything.
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Gamer fan, I am insulted that you think I keep trying to cheat. That is insulting to me. Alright? I could have just asked Illustrious Rocket for the answer. Look, if I cheat, I'ma tell you I'm a-cheating.
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality has to do with her behavior. Her behavior changed?
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine. Kyahahaha. Whoa, was that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Kyahahaha. She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I mean, that's literally what she said. She said those words. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said, A murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all
Well,
over.
damn, okay.
Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Well,
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
the fact that the MO doesn't match up, though, really does speak to it not being her, even if she is obviously Genocide Jack. And the fact that he went out of the way to provide me with the case file and, like, look, it totally matches up completely. And, like, he even went so far as to be like, that's Genocide Jack, we're gonna kill her, I'm 100% positive. It really, really makes him look suspicious. I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise, but don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
Also, he could get into the bathroom. Or, not the bathroom, the boys' locker room.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it, but...
And he knew about the e-handbooks.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Togo's body suddenly lunged backward. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Well, Genocide Jill?
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
That was a fucking twist. Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
Yeah, that is a really long fucking tongue, actually.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Yeah.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack.
Okay.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Yeah, I can't imagine anyone else could have hit someone in the head with a dumbbell. Oh my god, the skill required would have required thousands of previous murders to ever think of dumbbell murder.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah.
I kind of believe her, if we're being
What you
honest.
say, you monster?
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. Is it the extension cord? It should probably be the extension cord, because that's what's bothering me about this. What she said, I need to get some more details about all this. Make your argument. Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
I only have 2 hearts.
If you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Okay, probably that.
What proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
I need to get some hearts back. Okay, I have to focus on remembering Chihiro's body. That must have the answer. That should prove what he said isn't quite right.
Sorry, but
You say that.
perhaps if you had an
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Nah, shut up, you're wrong.
No, it's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Scissors.
Oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction.
Okay, sure.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
Yeah, thank you.
There are 2 clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach. Here's a clear difference. The victim's injury?
I got it!
Oh, thank God, we got half a
For
heart back.
one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Yup.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method?
Mm-hmm. And their crucifixion style.
And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini,
You have to stop with this metaphor.
then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
You have to stop. It is not helping.
Can you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference related to how the body was spent. In photos of Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Have you seen a clear difference? What was used to suspend her? Oh, we got 3 hearts.
What the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Don't make me Hangman's Gambit the word scissors.
Pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Thank God.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
I am?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's
I don't like that she's comparing me to food.
Huh?
Yeah, the fact that she's calling herself a professional is interesting, because in order to be a professional, she'd have to get paid for this.
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
Male.
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Unfortunately, what you haven't realized is that Chihiro was clearly a boy. There's a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit in. If you look at the... No, at least she didn't refer to me as some form of Italian food, like spaghetti. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is... I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't kill Chihiro. Chihiro was her lover, obviously. We gotta set the stage for this, though. We can't just jump into that.
Chihiro was a girl?
Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Harada, 32, Tetsuro Honda, 17, Shoji Gaku, 23, Kano Issei, 14, Takeshi Yoshida, 30, Komatsuna Taru, Toke Fumigano, Uchida Nohai, Takashi Masamune, Yoda Yumijima. There's no end to it.
They were all...
I didn't say anything about there was wrong with spaghetti, but the fact that she compared every other aspect of serial murder with Italian food means that if she's starting to refer to you as Italian food, it's probably time to get worried.
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
Now, to be fair, the Chihiro thing is probably only known by, like, 2 people at this point. Because I have no faith that anyone else figured this out. Except Kyoko. I trust Kyoko. When she says thorough examination, I would be shocked if she didn't fucking shove her hand down Chihiro's pants.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
Okay, then.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lolly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
Oh god. Oh god.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive...
You know what? Jill might be the best.
Why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
You ain't wrong.
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell? Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
That seems unlikely. I have like 3 pairs of scissors on me right now.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
The fuck? She just has them on her.
She's fully
Well, that proves that, I guess.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
You know what? Color me convinced.
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong, you can you gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. The rope's totally out of the question anyway!
It was an extension cord.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Oh yeah, Fubi is right next to her. Actually, hold on, there is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Who was also a boy. And knew about all the bullshit. And that person is Byakuya Togami.
Here's my answer.
You suspicious
Byakuya,
motherfucker.
It's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
To be fair, you were the most suspicious from the beginning.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
And the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added to the non-stop debates? Yeah, go for it. We're gonna add something called Truth Flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. What? Oh no. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your... Fuck this. Oh god. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck, have fun. Oh gosh, okay. Monokuma file number 2.
You said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
Okay, got it.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Hearing Byakuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realize there's a clear contradiction here, because it doesn't make sense how he could have known before we'd even found it. Okay, I need to make that contradiction clear.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
I don't know if it's this one or what he said.
The opportunity to check out the girls' locker room.
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about
Okay, so it is probably... Was it the one I grabbed on just a test? That's the answer? I almost feel wrong about this.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird, but he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls...
That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro.
Got him! Wow, it was actually just the test memory. That was unexpected.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit.
Byakuya's like, fuck.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Yeah, I actually don't have anything hardcore on you. You're just suspicious as fuck.
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with
What's
it.
the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Oh, thank God. Kyoko's here to save the day.
We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible for is hidden there? What could it be? I don't know. I don't know. Library desk lamp?
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
Yeah,
And
okay.
I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
Okay.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
No.
That's right! It absolutely was!
No, it wasn't. It was an extension cord.
There must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
I like that it was an extension cord.
Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Okay, well that's...
Obviously, somebody else must have...
That was the clear lie. Right there. Proof that Byakuya did it is hidden within the rope? I guess it's possible at first. The item she had was bound with was used like rope, but was it actually rope? No, it wasn't. Byakuya didn't use rope. He used a very specific object.
What? The difference between if you want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those same scissors.
But Chihiro was some kind of...
That's right! Then there must be something very...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Nah, that's bullshit. You've seen the library desk lamp. Fuck off.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
You all are so bad at investigating murders, by the way.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. Well, that's because he thinks he's invincible. It's as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
I don't know.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Yeah, so does Celeste, though.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihira's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something wrong. Yeah, it's the scene of the crime, obviously, but he could have easily killed Chihiro in the boys' locker room, then swapped it to the girls' locker room to use it as a... Because no one else knew, right? So we could just use it as evidence that it was actually Jill. You say Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, right?
Are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Oh my god, Byakuya, shut the fuck up, man.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else. That's only true if he doesn't think we're getting more on him.
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Oh, she was killed in the boys' locker room.
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else? There was something that switched between the boys' locker room and the girls' locker rooms. Oh, it was the, 2 locker room posters. I mean, it was also the rugs, but they probably want locker room posters for this.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile,
not relevant.
The boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
Sakura's like, nope.
You're referring to my protein.
Ah, Sakura knows.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not the stain that was scrubbed away. It was moved to the boys' locker room.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is it right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Broken e-handbook.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Okay.
She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
Not
I'm sure that would have
illogical,
been no problem for her.
but there's nothing that there's no computers.
That's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
We know Leon's is broken,
She had that.
but we don't know how long Leon's is broken is the problem.
No problem.
Theoretically, if Chihiro was able to use Leon's handbook, she would have gotten into the boys' locker room. But when we found Leon's handbook in the main hall, there was no doubt it was. In which case, can we really say that she used it?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really...
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have... No, I don't... She used this... Huh? What?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Shit's broke, dog.
No, what's wrong?
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
No.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Well, I mean, it also brings you the question of why she would even bother doing this.
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
I vote for you shut the fuck up. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya's the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can
Hold on
do.
a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say?
Well, she's probably figured it out, if we're being honest.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Are we allowed to do this?
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
I didn't think so.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official trial recess.
Is that all it takes?
For real? Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Are we just gonna pull down Chihiro's pants? So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial was put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was...
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Do you want to check
Be
again?
sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
I can't help but feel we could just pull down the pants.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
Oh my god, you're all such bitches.
It's not that I'm freaked out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Oh my god.
Very well. I'll do it.
Oh, thank god for Sakura.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Somehow I don't think that.
So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve
You
this
could
particular
get
mystery.
this. Oh, Kyoko, I don't understand why you do this.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Oh, that's adorable.
What is it? Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Oh no.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Hifumi.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
I touched it.
Then it's really true? Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Yeah.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Again, did we need to go all the way to the body to find this out?
Apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. Thoughts had never crossed my
And
mind.
because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Well, it did, because we know Monokuma knew.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
Yeah.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I
Yes.
still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
It's possible that Byakuya could have moved the body, assuming that no one else would have realized.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Literally none of the mysteries are clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya's the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
I'm sorry, Naige, I have to remind you of the orgy of evidence in the last case.
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but...
Bothers me too.
It's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Why?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Why did you do that?
I find it very hard to believe.
Why are you guys so determined to get everyone killed?
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
Yeah.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Why?
I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
No, I agree we need to keep talking about it, but literally why?
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Of course he doesn't.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Byakuya, you are just the worst. I refute GamerFan's statement of best character. But if Byakuya did do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? I don't see any way I would have been able to figure this out. There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy, the killer is a girl, the killer is Genocide Jack. We can say the killer is a guy, but we can't confirm that because we don't actually know when Leon's handbook stopped working. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's apparently broken, the killer would have had to have used a round. In other words, it have to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clips. Celeste's account. I don't remember what Celeste's account was. Oh, that Chihiro went there willingly at the night?
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
No, not really.
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yes.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
No! Not game over!
No, as a matter of fact, there is an eyewitness account regarding Chihiro. She has had more information about that. Okay.
Isn't there a single clue?
Did nobody get...
I'm sure someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim. Yeah.
It's over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the...
No, shut up, you're wrong, no.
No, it's wrong. I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Yep.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
No, we didn't.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather
You recommend you
odd.
play Danganronpa 2 spoiler free? Yeah, I will. Ish. You'll love one dude in particular? Okay. And by love, do you mean I'm gonna call them the worst? Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Yeah, because he couldn't get into the locker room.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
Mm-hmm.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
I do?
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Okay.
Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that?
Are you? What?
You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Okay.
Easy for you to say.
I'm interested.
Fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
I mean, if jacket choice is the key evidence to figuring out who did it, this was not evidence that I was capable of receiving, because I did look at the warehouse.
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Okay. Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. I'm interested. I don't know where she's going with this.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Yeah, we do.
He was on his way to go exercise.
Yep.
So next we have to ask,
Yeah.
why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying
What?
is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Wait!
My tracksuit is black.
Wait a minute!
I don't even have a tracksuit.
Wait the fuck a minute.
This exercising sucks.
Wait, what?
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
Yeah, it tells us exactly who the fucking culprit was. What the fuck?
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Oh, you know, I caught it. She's right. What he just said now is really odd. How did he know something like that? Yeah, what?
We know where Chihiro was heading. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong.
Well, you're not wrong, but,
Hold on a second.
What?
What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
You remember when we entered this and I said I had no way of figuring... I couldn't figure out who did it, and we were just gonna go after the one who lied the worst? Looks like we're just going after the one who lied the worst. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. Then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Didn't.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue?
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
She's lying! Yo! That's a point that would get everyone killed. Oh my god.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Sherry?
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
How the fuck did she do that with her tongue?
I see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, he wasn't, because he got a duffel bag from the warehouse and then shoved it into the duffel bag.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony...
That wasn't even kind of hard. She stuffed the jacket into a bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
And when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Yeah, wow!
Perhaps.
We got fucking lucky.
You handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, wow.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it?
Thank God Mondo's too dumb to kill someone.
Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Why?
But why? What made you so suspicious?
I mean, he had like a bond with Chihiro, so I guess. But I mean, that's tenuous evidence right there.
That's a good question.
Because I hate him. I don't know, the way he talked, maybe?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it.
I didn't.
But you tend to refer to men and women differently.
Oh, he called Chihiro dude.
You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
Oh, fuck.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
I noticed it too, I just didn't point it out.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Oh my god, shut up, Taka.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
Yep.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Oh, do you actually have something?
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here,
I will murder you.
not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just...
Oh yeah, I hit it, sorry.
Insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? So then it must belong to Chihiro?
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
How are they breaking these things?
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbook break? There's only one possible explanation. Hacking it, exploiting a bug, or a weak point? I don't know. You can't hack it, maybe exploiting a bug? Debug to hell and back when...
Shoot!
Oh my god. I don't fucking know. Hacking it?
Shoot!
Okay, hitting its weak point is the dumbest fucking answer on this list.
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Oh, did he?
Yeah! You remember that?
I didn't. That's impressive.
Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
Yeah.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
Oh. Oh. Oh.
You knew it?
Oh, shit.
Because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
This is actually 100% true. You can actually, if like the air is over the boiling point of water, your sweat is actually so efficient at keeping the heat off, like diffusing heat from your body, that you can actually stand in like a room at boiling point and be fine. Granted, you're gonna want to get out of there before you dehydrate and die, but
Directly onto your skin, you definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
I didn't.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
It's because Mondo was an idiot and broke his own handbook.
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
Maybe an idiot who decided to stay in the sauna for several hours wearing all of their clothes.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
You can see Taka's figured it out at this point. Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to be the one who wore all their clothes in the sauna. It was... me! Actually, we don't have enough hearts for me to make that joke, so just pretend I did it.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago. Remember?
No, nobody really remembers that. I think you were the only witness.
Before the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. I did. Whew. Can't wait to find out what I found.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Okay. Hit me with it.
If what he says is correct,
Mhm.
then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
Okay.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I'm sure Mondo's handbook broke during the sauna shutdown. If I can prove that, then I'll show the handbook Mondo is actually... okay.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, If Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words,
I don't...
if Mondo's handbook is actually broken,
I don't know.
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, that's wrong.
I knew that was the answer, but I don't know
Mondo,
why?
The handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall.
Oh, I swapped it with Leon's.
Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right
This
now
would have been more
is
helpful if I could
actually Leon's.
physically seen the handbook you showed everyone.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
No.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning. That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Climax inference. I'm not confident about the placement of these two. Oh. Like that, maybe? Let's just do with the ones we can obviously tell. Hmm. Okay. I'm pseudo sure about these. Oh, like this? Maybe? Maybe like this. No, I don't know. Yeah, roll it up. Pick up the body. I don't know, like... Oh, girls. There we go. Like that, maybe? Then go in. Or maybe girls goes here. I'm not entirely sure. I bet this one... That goes there. Like that, maybe? Or maybe... Alright.
Here's exactly what happened.
Did that work?
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw
I like how she
Chihiro
posed.
correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Oh, I hope it didn't reset everything. Oh, no, okay. So that's probably in here, and then here. Alright, let's try that.
Exactly what happened. With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Sure.
That could have been the end of things, but no.
This dickhead.
Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Hey!
Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Probably. There's no, there's not any hard proof on any of this, if we're being honest.
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo is the killer. That already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. New element has been added to true bullet time battles. Would you like to hear? Yep. Talk about fever time and nega time. During bullet time battle, if you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. Why would I ever want that? At this point, if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. You can push RMB, LMB, RMB, LMB, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make it the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? So we've prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates nega time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite tougher to hit the buttons in a rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use nega time. Good luck. Oh, wow, okay, perfect then.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
If my evidence so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
I'll take it. Yeah! I'll take it. I don't like that B. I'll take 66 points, sure.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
It was me the whole time! The only one smart enough to pull off the crime! Oh, okay, no, we all voted for him.
What?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Owada. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. Wouldn't that be Kyoko then? Kyoko is... Yeah, Kyoko could probably get away with it too. There's no way. No one would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? My issue with this case is that the only way to solve it was just random fucking guessing, because I wasn't like, even at the end, you don't have any actual functional evidence on this one, which I think is a bit extreme. Like, the thing with the Leon case is, I've described it repetitively, you walk in that room, it's just an orgy of evidence. You can just instantly figure out what happened. But, like, the problem with this one is there isn't any evidence. Like, even at the end, like, if he wasn't like, I did it, I'd be like, I don't have any fucking way of proving you didn't. Because, I mean, even though we know for a fact that Mondo knows how to break his e-handbook by using the sauna, anyone else has access to the sauna, so anyone else could have done it. Like, the problem with so much about this case is that anyone could have done any of this. Here, for example, we know that the Leon's handbook still works. It was Mondo's that was broken, and he swapped them. Which means that the idea that it couldn't have been a girl because the girls couldn't have gotten into the boys' locker room is wrong. Because at any point, any girl could have just grabbed Leon's. So it could have easily have been a girl that had swapped her broken one with Leon's and could have gotten into the locker room. So it's like there wasn't, and so much of the evidence wasn't available to me, like the Monokuma saying how to break the handbook. Like, he didn't tell us that until the class trial. So, I mean, although it came out in the class trial, I don't see how I would have been able to figure this out before the class trial. I mean, I would eat, like, unlike the previous one where I could absolutely I could figure out who did it going in, I couldn't, there would have been no way for me to actually have 100% figured it out. Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story to the murder this time is a sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. I actually have shit to do, so hopefully it's not too long. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy? He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember. He couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything even though you're a boy. No matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken deep root inside of him and was not necessarily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game began here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then, the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced revealing the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I could talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to mold himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm gonna get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought in front of him, in his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day, he'd made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help, but he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yup, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were, so Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep it the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it, it would give me some courage. Oh wait, this is Chihiro. So then he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would immediately begin to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible! Nothing could have been that bad! Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible!
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraffs across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother was Dio Wada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Dia that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. Before anyone knew it, it had grown to the biggest biker gang in the country. Dia, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Dia, huh? Dia created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Dia. Once, just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. On the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... This jacket says Crazy Diamond. Laying in his brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Dia never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he would never admit anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Dia was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm just strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, would have been all for nothing. So that's why Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Because, I mean, you've kept that a secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had, so I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to crack. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why do you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a
And
bitch.
stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey!
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness that lived in a heart like his and turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, for that he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want, is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing? You mean execution? That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbance the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on. Now then, I prepared a very
special punishment.
Seriously? Seriously, Monokuma, you little bastard? Okay. For Mondo Iwata, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Mondo butter. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were forced to realize once again. But of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Byakuya?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of your friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that. I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. You fucking dickhead! His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of an idiot. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, so I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him. You saw the... Byakuya, you are the dumbest motherfucker here. I can't... You were... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, you are a fucking idiot. I want to punch him now.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create a fake murder scene. But damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I can feel his sharp eyes. I want to punch him right in his dumb fucking face. That's so fucking stupid, it's crazy. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become Blackened, I know who I'll have to watch out for. Yeah. But...
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we've done listening to your story. Moving on. There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm next?
You...
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
Oh, that's jazzy. I like that. You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair. What do you mean by that? Mean? 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 Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Ooh, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. Hoo-hoo, I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up, I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this, after I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled
Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Ooh, temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laugh peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. That's a... God fucking damn, Makoto, why? All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
I agree, give me a save point.
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Chapter 2, Boy's Life of Despair. To be continued. So obviously once we get to a save, I'm turning this the fuck off. Oh, we got to a save! Yo, everyone! Thanks for stopping by. I hope you had fun. I did, but this shit just kept going after a while. Oh my god, I don't know how to leave. How do I leave? I remembered. I remembered. Oh my god, I can save in the middle of a conversation? How am I just learning of this? Oh god! Ah, whatever. Yeah, next stream is probably on Thursday. I doubt we'll do Final Fantasy tomorrow. So, yeah. Anyway, I've been Sacrobolic, your Envoy of Hope. I will see you next time. Bye.